Welcome to the deep dive. We sift through the sources so you don't have to, giving you the key info fast. Today we're heading to Byadgi, India. Ever heard of it? It's called the Red Gold Capital. Uncover the secrets behind a global industry that probably impacts your kitchen more than you think.
It really does. And Byadgi, it might not be the first name that jumps out on a map, but it's actually Asia's second largest chili market.
Second largest in Asia.
That's right. The scale is, well, it's pretty astonishing for a town of its size. It's a major player in the global spice trade.
Okay, let's dig into that. Byadgi. Where exactly is it, and what makes this particular spot so special for chilies?
Well, geographically, it's in the Haveri district of Karnataka, that's in South India. Coordinates are roughly 14 degrees 41 minutes north, 75 degrees 29 minutes east, about 601 meters elevation.
Okay.
And that location gives it a kind of specific microclimate, which is great for growing chilies. But the key thing is its connectivity. It's pretty well placed. Hubli's only 94 kilometers away.
Yeah.
And you've got major cities like Bengaluru, Mumbai, Chennai, all within a few hundred kilometers.
Right, so good road links.
Exactly. And crucially, it's near Ranebennur, which is a big transport hub. That really helps with moving the chilies across state lines, for interstate trade.
Makes sense. And what about the town itself? You said it's not huge.
No, the 2011 census put the population at just over 30,000. But here's something interesting. The literacy rate is remarkably high.
Oh.
Yeah, about 81.24%. That's significantly higher than the state average for Karnataka. Usually suggests, a certain level of prosperity and connection.
That's fascinating. And it's not a new thing, right? This trade has deep roots.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about 200 years of history, give or take, back to around 1825.
And it wasn't just farming. I read it was actually an administrative center.
That's right. Under the British, Byadgi was a district headquarters. That administrative role kind of laid the groundwork, built the infrastructure for it to become a trading hub later on.
So history set the stage, and then the chilies themselves, they weren't originally from India, were they?
No, good point. The Portuguese brought chilies to India, likely through Goa, back in the 16th century.
And Byadgi just happened to have the perfect conditions.
It seems so. The unique climate, the soil.
Yeah.
It just became this ideal place for these introduced plants to absolutely thrive. A natural incubator, really.
So it wasn't just chance, it was history meeting geography.
Exactly. A long evolution, not an overnight thing at all.
Okay, so that explains the why Byadgi. Now let's get into the how. The market itself, the Byadgi Agriculture Produce Market Committee, the APMC, that's the real heart of it, isn't
It's
it?
the epicenter. Absolutely. It was officially established back on February 15th, 1948.
And today?
Today, it's huge. It covers 75 acres, really modern facilities. It primarily operates on Mondays and Thursdays. Those are the main market days.
And the turnover, I saw some staggering numbers.
The numbers are incredible. Annually, it consistently does over 2,000 crore rupees in business.
Which is about
Roughly 240 million US dollars. But get this, in the 2023-24 season, it hit a record high of 3,178 crores.
wow.
Yeah, that's over 380 million US dollars, just in chilies.
That's unbelievable volume. How many chilies are we talking?
Tons. Anywhere from 3 lakh to 17 lakh quintals annually. A quintal is 100 kilograms. So 30,000 to 170,000 metric tons.
And it's not just one type of chili.
Oh, no. Over 100 different varieties pass through this market.
100 varieties.
And the reach is vast. Farmers come from up to 600 kilometers away.
Really? From where?
Not just Karnataka. They bring produce from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, even Maharashtra. It draws people from all over South and Central India.
That scale's hard to picture. It must require some serious infrastructure to handle all that efficiently.
It really does. And they have it. Think about storage, for instance. There are over 35 private cold storage facilities around the market.
Cold storage for chilies.
Absolutely vital. Altogether, they can hold more than 3.5 million bags of chilies.
Why cold storage?
It preserves the quality, the color, the pungency, especially for long-term storage before processing or export. They keep them at a steady 4 to 6 degrees Celsius.
Okay, that makes sense. What else?
They've got an electronic bidding system.
E-bidding? How does that work?
It makes pricing transparent. Farmers can see the bids coming in real time on screens. No hidden deals.
That must give farmers confidence.
Definitely. And payments are quick, too. Usually, transactions are settled within 2-3 days. That's huge for a farmer's cash flow.
Compared to waiting weeks or months elsewhere, I imagine.
Exactly. Plus, they have advanced weighing systems for accuracy, temperature-controlled areas. It's a very modern setup designed for efficiency and trust.
So we've got the place, the history, the massive market. Let's talk about the star, The Byadgi chili itself. What makes this chili so special? It even has a GI tag, right?
Yes, it does. The Byadgi chili, which is technically capsicum and annuum, got its geographical indication tag, GI tag 129 to be precise, back in February 2011.
And that GI tag, it's like a guarantee of origin and quality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like champagne from France or Parma ham from Italy. It means the real Byadgi chili comes from this region and has unique characteristics because of it.
So what are those characteristics? What makes it stand out?
Well, visually, it's known for its deep red color, and when it's dried, it gets these characteristic wrinkles.
Okay.
But the really key thing for industry is its SII color value.
ASII.
Yeah, it's the American Spice Trade Association standard for measuring color intensity in spices. Byadgi chilies have an exceptionally high ASTA value, usually between 220 and 260.
Higher means more vibrant red.
Precisely. It gives incredible color to food. And importantly, it's not overwhelmingly spicy.
Ah, so color without too much heat.
Right. Its Scoville heat units, or SHU, are typically between 10,000 and 15,000.
How hot is that, relatively speaking?
It's pretty mild, actually. Maybe like a very mild jalapeno. Much less heat than many other Indian chilies. It has negligible capsaicin content, which is the compound that gives chilies their heat.
So great for color, mild flavor. Are there different types within the Byadgi category?
Yes. Traditionally, there are two main ones that made Byadgi famous.
Okay, what are they?
First, you have the Byadgi Dabbi. These are kind of small and plump pods. The skin is intensely red and quite oily.
Oily, is that good?
Yeah, it contributes to the flavor and color extraction. Dabbi is really prized for its superior color, flavor, and taste. It's less spicy, even though it has more seeds, which makes it ideal for things like masala blends, where you want color and aroma without too much kick, and also for ole resin extraction.
Ole resin, we'll come back to that. And you said sometimes it's sold as something else.
Right. Because of its fantastic color, sometimes it gets traded under names like Kashmiri Mirch or Digi Mirch, even though it's Byadgi Dabbi.
Interesting. What's the second traditional type?
That's the Byadgi Kaddi. This one looks different. It's more gnarled, thin, and longer, maybe 10 to 15 centimeters. It has fewer seeds compared to Dabbi.
Kaddi. Any other names for it?
Yeah, sometimes called KDL, Badiga, or just Byadgi. Like Dabbi, it's known for low pungency, but it tends to have a higher yield in the field.
So Kaddi is maybe more for volume, Dabbi more for that intense color.
Kind of. Both are used culinarily and industrially, but Dabbi is often seen as the premium one for color and flavor intensity.
But it's not just these traditional ones anymore, is it? I heard hybrids are a big deal now.
Oh, absolutely. Hybrids play a huge role in the market today. While the original Dabbi and Kaddi definitely have this cult status, especially for high-end uses like spice blends and ole resin.
They're not the bulk of the market anymore.
Not in terms of sheer volume, no. Hybrids tend to offer higher yields for farmers and better resistance to diseases, so they dominate what's arriving at the market and what gets exported.
Which hybrids are most common at Byadgi?
The big one, the most prominent, is Syngenta 5531. Most people just call it 668.
Okay, 668. What's it like?
It gives a good deep to dark red color, maybe ASTA 150, 160, so still very good color, but not quite as high as Prime Dabbi. And it's got more kick, medium-high pungency, around 40,000 to 50,000 SHU.
So significantly hotter than the traditional ones.
Definitely. And it's in high demand for exports. Places like Malaysia use it a lot, and Malaysia acts as a sort of trading hub, re-exporting to Indonesia, Sri Lanka, and other places.
Are there other important hybrids?
Yeah, a few others. Syngenta 2043 is another one, mild to medium pungency, known for drying uniformly, which is good for processing. And there's Syngenta 102, which actually looks quite similar to the Dabbi variety.
Oh, really?
Yeah, visually similar, but it's much, much spicier, so you have to know what you're buying.
Right. So hybrids bring volume and disease resistance, while the originals hold on to that premium reputation for color and flavor.
That's a good summary.
Yeah.
And just briefly on cultivation, flowering usually starts about 40 days after the seedlings are transplanted, peaking around 60, 80 days. The main harvest season runs from January through May.
And they pick multiple times.
Oh, yes. You can get maybe 6 to 10 pickings from a single plant over the season.
Amazing productivity. Okay, so we understand the chilies now. Let's connect this back to, well, us. How does this red gold from Byadgi actually show up in our daily lives, obviously in food, right?
Absolutely central to South Indian cooking.
Yeah.
If you've ever had BC belly bath or traditional Udupi dishes or sambar, the color and mild warmth often comes from Byadgi chilies or powder made from them.
Chutney spice blends too, I imagine.
Definitely. And meat preparations, where you want that vibrant red color without blasting heat.
Right.
Locally, in Byadgi itself, there are around 25 businesses just grinding these chilies into powder.
And they supply bigger companies.
Yeah, they supply major food manufacturers, like MTR Food Products, for example.
Okay, food makes sense. But you mentioned industrial uses earlier and cosmetics. That sounds unexpected.
It is, isn't it? This brings us back to oleoresin, that concentrated chili extract.
Right.
From 1 metric ton of dried Byadgi chilies, you can extract about 50 liters of this potent oleoresin. It captures the pure color and flavor compound.
And that goes into
Food products, for sure, as a natural coloring and flavoring. But the really surprising application is in cosmetics.
like what?
Nail polish, lipstick, that vibrant red color. Sometimes it comes from Byadgi chili oleoresin.
No kidding. I had no idea.
Yeah. The oleoresin is often refined, sometimes in places like Kerala, and then exported globally, US, Japan, Europe, for these kinds of applications.
And the cold storage helps with this.
Significantly.
Mm-hmm.
Using cold stored chilies can boost the amount of oleoresin you can extract by 30–40%. It preserves those key compounds better.
Wow. So Byadgi isn't just a market, it's feeding into these sophisticated value chains.
Exactly. It's become a major hub for manufacturing premium red chili powder, too. Big national brands like MDH, Achi, they source chilies from Byadgi because they know they'll get that deep natural color, that delicate aroma, and the low spiciness that works well globally.
It sounds like a massive success story, but surely an operation this big must face some challenges.
Oh, definitely. Growth brings its own problems. One major one is storage infrastructure.
But you said there were 35 plus cold storage units?
There are, and they're mostly private. But production keeps increasing. In 2023-24, arrivals were nearly 7 million bags. That puts a strain even on existing capacity.
So not enough space.
It's becoming a constraint. And there's a demand now for government-run cold storage
Why government run?
to offer more affordable options. The private facilities charge, maybe 150, 200 rupees per sack per year. That adds up for farmers. Government facilities might bring that cost down.
Okay, storage is one thing. What else?
Price volatility is a huge one.
How volatile are we talking?
The range is just immense. Prices per quintal that's 100 kilos can go anywhere from 900 rupees,
Okay, pretty low.
all the way up to 75,000 rupees.
75,000, that's nearly 100 times difference. How can farmers cope with that?
It's incredibly difficult to plan. So many factors influence it. The weather during the growing season, crop diseases, competition from other growing regions, global demand shifts. It's a constant balancing act.
That sounds incredibly stressful. But you also mentioned the market has strengths that help farmers.
Yes, despite the volatility, the Byadgi APMC does a lot right, which is why farmers keep coming. That e-bidding system is key for transparency.
Right. Seeing the prices.
And the quick payments, usually within 2–3 days, facilitated by commission agents. That provides some stability.
Trust in the system is crucial then.
Absolutely. Accurate weighing is another big part of that trust. Plus, they adapt extending market hours during the peak rush, having rigorous quality checks during the tendering process for big buyers.
Tendering.
Yeah, for large-scale purchases, especially by the big spice companies. And there's a whole ecosystem of services available right there at the market.
Like what kind of services?
Drying the chilies if needed, cleaning, grading them by quality, sorting, fumigation to meet export standards, different types of packaging, even help with the export paperwork. It's quite comprehensive.
So they try to make it a one-stop shop, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. To support the whole process from farm gate to final buyer.
And getting this red gold out to India and the world, how does the logistics side work?
It's pretty sophisticated now. They have partnerships with major logistics players. VRL Logistics, TCI Freight for bulk transport, India Post for smaller parcels, SRS Cargo for maybe more specialized needs.
And technology plays a role.
A big role. Karnataka has this unified electronic platform for all its APMC markets, so Byadgi is plugged into that. Online bidding, digital payments, even electronic permits for moving goods across state lines. It all helps streamline things.
It sounds very integrated.
It is, and that global reach is clear when you see who participates. During the peak season, especially around February.
That's prime harvest time.
Right. You'll see giant spice brands, Everest, Eastern Condiments, Shriji participating in large-scale tendering, buying huge volumes. That really cements Byadgi's role in the global supply chain.
And it's not just the giants, right? Are there local success stories too?
Definitely. There's a company called Namma Byadgi, for example. They embody that local entrepreneurial spirit, offering something like 12 different types of customized chili powders. Shows that drive for value addition right there in the region.
It's clear Byadgi is a powerhouse. How does its story fit into the bigger picture of India's chili industry since, say, independence?
It's a great lens to view the whole journey. Back in the 50s and 60s, chili cultivation in India was mostly traditional, relying on rainfall.
Small scale, local markets.
Pretty much. Then the 70s and 80s saw expansion, more institutional support, better irrigation started coming in, and India began to emerge as a significant exporter.
Okay.
The 1990s were really pivotal. India became a world leader in chili production and exports. This is also when higher-yielding hybrid varieties really took off, and crucially, the ole resin industry was born.
Ah, so that's when that innovation started.
Yes. Then the 2000s brought the cold storage revolution, which we talked about, and generally much better supply chain management.
Making things more efficient, preserving quality.
Exactly. And now, in the last decade or so, the 2010s and into the 2020s, the big focus has been on digital technology, traceability systems, people exploring blockchain for transparency, and a growing emphasis on sustainable farming practices.
So constant evolution. Looking ahead then, what's next for Byadgi and the Indian chili sector? Where is it heading?
The future seems to be heading in a few key directions. Sustainability is a big one.
In what way?
More focus on organic farming methods,
Yep.
better water conservation, using integrated pest management to reduce chemical use, even adopting renewable energy in the processing plants.
Makes sense. What else?
Technology will continue to be huge. Think IoT, Internet of Things, for monitoring those cold storage units remotely. Blockchain to provide real transparency through the whole supply chain.
Farm-to-table tracking.
Potentially, yeah. Using AI, artificial intelligence, for quality assessment, maybe analyzing color or size automatically. And precision agriculture, using data to optimize water, fertilizer, etc., right down to small plots.
Using tech to get smarter and more efficient.
Right. And the third area is market expansion.
That's it.
Diversifying into more value-added products, beyond just dried chilies or basic powder. Developing more direct links between farmers and consumers, perhaps cutting out some middlemen, pushing deeper into international markets, and really focusing on brand building, positioning Indian chilies, especially unique ones like Byadgi, as premium products globally.
So innovation on the farm, in the tech, and in the market.
That seems to be the trajectory.
It's really an incredible story. Byadgi feels like this perfect storm of, traditional agricultural knowledge meeting a very modern business sense.
It really is. Asia's second largest chili market, built in this relatively small town. It's a powerful testament to India's agricultural potential when things align.
A true red gold capital.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thought for you listening. Just consider how a place like Byadgi, through generations of sheer hard work, smart adaptation, constant innovation, how it became such a vital link in the chain that puts color and flavor on our plates, and even, surprisingly, in our cosmetics. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other agricultural communities out there, maybe ones we haven't heard of, are quietly shaping global industries in similar ways, just waiting for their story to be told?